Oh, and hello again. Welcome back to the stream or channel. This is again being offline because I just got to be bored to stream. If I'm painfully honest with you, and we're continuing on Dishonored because it's a good game to play on the weekend and can quite easily be done. And after this, I may play Dishonored 2 or Prey. Haven't decided yet. But for the most part, we're continuing on our playthrough, which is going rather well. So let's continue and see where we're off to. So we're off to
Something
Lady
nasty in the
Boyle's
water
manor.
down there. Eating the corpses. Hagfish, probably. Better be. Grief, the Lord Regent's pulling out all the stops for the Boyle family. I didn't think there'd be tall boys patrolling here tonight. Watch yourself, Corvo. They don't fool around. The good news is, once you get to the party, that mask of yours will let you blend right in. Enjoy your evening out with the folk of quality. Better you than me.
See. First, Heart, tell me about this place.
Listen, I can hear their every thought. I am not alive, nor have I received the gift of death. I can feel a great age ending. They are burning whales. The doom of Pandisia has come to the city. The river rushed in when the barrier broke. The whole district went dark. I will be glad to rest. At the academy, they cut the flesh of the dead and trap the lightning from the sky.
Okay, there we go. So our first one is over here. So let's go over and get that room.
Invited guests only, by request of the local landowners. Unauthorized intruders will be expelled or apprehended.
Or not. Sorry. I continue to wander around. Go away. Doesn't live here anymore. Dreary, dreary, dreary. I mean, I can't knock this guy out. Fine. Dreary, dreary, dreary. You wanted me to decide, you asked me to do it, there's a hole in the world. Fine. You can go to sleep.
Going to a party, Corvo? Is that what you dreamed of? All those months in Coldridge Prison while waiting for the executioner? Wealth, beautiful women in the latest fashions, laughing and drinking Tivian wine? And what of the host, Lady Boyle? I can see all her tomorrows, and I know that either she dies tonight at your hand, or she'll live out her days, month after month, year after year, far away, even as her fine clothes wear into tatters and her silken hair gets dull and gray. Half the city can see the lights from the party, and they dream of the delights inside. Will you tear it all to pieces? Either way, it's Lady Boyle's last party.
Barely noted. Random book, Granny Rag's diary. Can't trust him, you can't love what you don't trust. That's the song the birdies sing when the weather turns cold and force them out of their nice homes they built. Nice homes spoiled and ruined, useless now. The birdies hate the weather that betrayed them. They fly away to look for new homes that aren't so cold and dreary, dreary, dreary. I'm leaving too. My blade is packed so dreary. Everywhere I look, I can't bear it anymore. And then we gotta go over here.
And that's a crime? Wait for it. A couple of overseers were passing and they had one of their, you know.
The music boxes.
So she stopped singing as they passed
And they thought she was a witch.
you should have seen it. Ran right through the rose bushes and tackled her. Dragged her back to that abbey.
And they call us stupid.
We had to get a notarized letter from the regent himself to get her back. But she hasn't been the same since.
I'm not surprised. I've heard stories.
She won't talk about it. One of these days I'm gonna take one of those zealots apart myself.
I'll be right behind you.
Yep. Maybe not. That's how the story ends canonically.
She lost her voice right at the door.
And that's a crime?
Let me out. Okay, and then if I just go with bend time, perhaps, and then I can do some more sneaking.
It's a fortress. Have you ever been inside?
Never. Oh, they were my invitation.
Maddie, don't chase after that. You don't know what...
Invitation, please.
Oh, yes. We're going to wear the same costume in different colors, and we're meant to guess.
Here you
Another
go.
of their eccentric fancies. I suppose we've no choice but to play.
Right this way, sir.
It's going to be inexpressibly tiresome.
And I'm
You're not
out.
going to have fun. Maybe you should go home.
I'll struggle once we locate the wine.
Harold takes pride in being difficult.
As much as you take in being easy.
Shall we go in?
Emma insisted we meet her out by the curb.
Well, I'm going to catch a plague and die waiting out here.
I'm sure she'd like that.
Why don't you wait here, as any gentleman would, and we'll go inside and make nasty remarks about Emma's style, or lack of it.
Well, we know I'm no gentleman, so you might as well make them here.
You have to feel sorry for her. She's only here to ask for a handout.
She must be desperate. When have the Boyles ever given anything away? Maybe she hopes she'll win the game. Life is so boring. I'd die without gossip.
We'll probably die anyway, waiting for Emma.
I'll drink to that.
Which part?
Any of it. Damn, I want some wine.
Look at that mask. Sick bastard. I'm just doing my job.
Another party game. Oh my, that's wicked. Who made that mask for you? It's exactly like the wanted posters.
That's going to cast a pall over the whole evening. I think I'm starting to enjoy myself.
The party's indoors this time.
What's over here?
Hello. The Boyles hope you have a wonderful time tonight.
That's the Boyle party, and that's Lord Shaw. Okay, we'll go over here then.
Welcome to the Boyle estate.
Yes. Pendleton? What's he got to say to me? Pendleton is a gutless, lying sack of shit. I
hope he's paying you well for this.
It's damn cold tonight. Hurry up, and let's see what you're made of.
I didn't agree to this.
Pendleton's representative will select his weapon. A contest of honor will take place between this anonymous gentleman acting for the challenger, Lord Trevor Pendleton, and Lord Shaw, the challenged party. You will each turn and proceed to the marked positions and remain facing away from each other as I count down from 3. You may then turn and fire
Get
at will.
on with it. I'll kill this fool, and we can all go back inside.
Sorry.
Let's save here. I suspect things are not going to go the way I can plan doing the passive run.
Stop. Stand right there. 3, 2, 1.
I see. That's not going to work. Let me reload. Just keep firing at me, bro. I don't intend to fire a single bullet.
We shall proceed. Stop. Stand right there. 3, 2, 1.
No, didn't work. Okay, looks like I'm gonna have to kill this guy.
We shall proceed.
And this apricot tart.
Stop. Stand right there. 3, 2, 1.
And that's another patron dead. What do we do now?
It's lucky we're in demand. I hear the Estermonts pay top coin. No use trying them tonight. Let's see if we can find a little brandy. Let the Boyles clean up the mess.
Nice. Okay, maybe not. I had hope, but I guess there's only so pacifism will only get you so far.
No guests past this point.
Welcome to the party. This was once the house of a high overseer. Lydia Boyle took special care to desecrate each and every room. Old friends are cut from the guest list at the nearest room of plague. Tonight, the nobles try to conceal their indiscretions behind masks and costumes.
Doing all right there.
The other families dare make a move without first approval from the 3 ladies Boyle.
Which is needed, eh? Well, that's easy enough.
Don't be fooled if you hear laughter or happen upon a smile. There is no lightness over there, dear. Why am I so cold?
Can't open this door.
This was once the house of a high overseer. Lydia Boyle took special care to desecrate each and every room.
I guess I need a certain key for that. I mean, basement with vault key. Suppose I'll be going back the way I came. Whee! Don't mind me, I'm just going around in the basement. A whale oil tank. I'll put that there for now. I'll probably need that later.
Put that away and leave, or
I'll have you put down.
I need that prize. If I could get upstairs, one of them must have left traces.
Good evening.
What most people don't remember is the rats came a half a year before the Empress died. And the plague, too.
Are you sure?
You, sir,
It's not
with
how
the
I-
hand tattoo.
There's something
Well,
called
those
this.
weapons
It's
away.
not the
Unless you
Empress's
feel like
passing.
tangling with
I
the
don't know how to
watch.
put my weapons away.
Watch what you're saying.
I say nothing against the Lord Regent. He's the only one holding this together. He'll make us great again.
Some
Let's make sure. Let's find out how to put the weapons away. Elixirs, access, shot, cut wheel, zoom, block, choke, use. Maybe it's F. Maybe I've got to hold down F.
of us will be great. The boils, at
Yeah.
least.
Now, it's just luck they found crystals on their land, and that we can't make the rat lights without
Hello,
them.
sir.
And we can't get rid of the rats. Rat lights and whale oil. That's all we live for now.
We found out what the whales could do, and it made us an empire. This is the beginning of a golden age.
Do you know they've dug down and found the ruins of another city under this one? Before the Overseers, before anything. I bet they thought they were in a golden age too.
Ricardus
another
claims
drink,
he
friend.
memorized the litany on the White Cliff.
Step back,
in a
sir.
night.
I don't
Cunning
believe we're
costumes.
acquainted.
No.
There must be a way to guess. They say Lydia's the sloppy one, and Waverly's a prude. Or is it the other way around? If only I could peek upstairs for clues.
Right, so upstairs appears to be the reference of where we need to be going.
Welcome to the party.
You, a gentleman?
I'll have you know I'm as gentle as I need to be in any given situation, as I think I've proven.
I told you not to bring that up.
There's a great deal I could offer you.
Don't be silly. The rumors say the Boyles practically own your estate.
What if I said I could get you out of the city?
Welcome to my party. I don't believe you've
I don't
had the
believe you.
pleasure.
But if you're telling the truth, we should talk further. But not here.
Excuse me.
Oh, leave him be. It's a party.
This is a private conversation.
It's a party. It's called mingling.
Mingle all you want, then. We'll speak later.
I'll find you.
Good evening. Who invited you? You don't look familiar.
You're a scandal
I
in that
know
mask.
everyone.
I like a man with poor judgment. Would you get me a drink? I'd be so grateful. It's so hot in here, I'd do anything for a drink.
I will get you a drink, my dear. Another Lady Boyle.
What a deliciously sinful mask.
I should cut them out entirely. All of them.
Come and entertain. Thank you so much. Now, how can I thank you? Are you playing Lady Boyle's guessing game? Well, I know for a fact that Waverly's in black tonight. In mourning for her reputation, I expect. Additionally, Lydia's in white.
Lydia's in white, Waverly's in black. Okay.
Seem interesting? I love that mark on the back of your hand.
Indeed, I believe so.
Enjoy, my darlings.
Welcome to the party. Doing all right there.
Nice pie, I'll give him that.
Evening, sir.
Anything you need, sir?
I'm not here
I'm
for
sure in a few
conversation.
drinks
Doing
I'll
all right
find
then.
that mask funny.
You should see this as an opportunity.
To what? Learn a trade, join the city watch.
Your house built its fortune in crisis. You can do so again.
Land is worthless now. My buildings are full of corpses and rats. Where's the fortune there?
If you want to be beaten, go right ahead. Let your family starve. Sell your wife into
Scary mask.
prostitution. I'm sure I can get you a good price.
You son of a bitch.
There's the old pirate spirit. Things are changing too fast to give up just yet.
First that nasty mess with the Empress, now the High Overseer's gone. Parliament is shifting. The whole city's turning upside down.
If we only had a good war to get into.
There you are. Although at this stage, I don't know who we could beat.
But don't you see, we don't need to win a war, only lose it. Everything's revalued, and we let the conquerors worry about the problems.
Interesting. I'll be informing the Lord Regent of your ideas in the morning.
You don't mean...
Have another drink. Go ahead, take it. Everyone does. I had a servant sew me an extra pocket.
Indeed.
It's the little things. That's what makes this game so great. I don't know if our game's going to do any more, but hopefully.
I trust you're behaving yourself.
Just about. Lord Monterey Shaw, Mr. Dale White. That's the list of people who are there. Let me sign the guest book.
Did you hear about Mrs. Brimsley? You'll never believe this.
What is it now?
She had her jobber pick up a boy in the street, barely 16 years old, no family left.
I thought her interests were confined to her family.
I think she ran out of family a while ago.
What's it all about? And how do you know this?
My servants heard it from hers, naturally. They were sexual rights, I can only assume. Or else, I heard she bathed in her own nephew's...
Is it true that Lord Bowen John...
Ridiculous. What sort of hygiene is that?
It's a ritual for the outsider, to keep them safe.
Emma, you could get her sent to the Abbey.
Nobody that rich gets sent anywhere they don't want. The Brimsleys made an awful lot of money this past century. Makes you wonder if those rituals work.
What happened to the boy?
I hear he enjoyed himself very much.
Who brought him, I
for a
wonder?
while.
I do hope it wasn't Mrs. Brimsley.
And you are Lydia White, aren't you?
I trust you are on the guest list, sir. So many choices to... Whom shall I pick? Welcome to the Boyle Estate.
Careful. The Wall of Light is a gift from the Lord Regent, designed to keep his good friends safe. I doubt you qualify.
You there, stop that.
Teach him to pencil your cards, the half-wit.
Doing all right there.
What?
How in the void are we responsible for them?
Does it take to keep
Lazy
anything
is
working
its
around
own
here?
reward.
Welcome to the Boyle Estate.
Anything else interesting in here? Alright, been here. Been here. Been over here.
You want to join us for hunting next year, in the month of wind? Bother me again, and I'll speak to the guards.
What's over here? Nothing. Nothing is over here.
Cold nights, sir. Warmer indoors.
Ah, it's a bit dark over here. Guard's quarters key needed. Don't worry, I can pick someone's pocket.
If you like your teeth, you'll cut that out.
What's the point of this? I'm guessing this is another way in. Yes, it's another way in.
Think you'll get your own squad after what happened last night?
Indeed.
Please enjoy yourself. Inside.
I guess we're going to the top floor now. Hello. Hello.
You smell like the streets. Been slumming it, have you?
Excuse me, Lady Boyle.
Ooh,
Doing all right
scary
there?
mask.
I know your mission tonight. We must speak. Privately.
Fine. Are we literally going to walk to that corner? Yeah.
I'm a friend of Pendleton's, and I've done a few favors for your cause. I know your purpose here tonight. And, how to say this, your target is the woman I love. I swear that if you'll bring her to me unharmed, you will never hear of her again. There's a cellar directly below the kitchen. I'll wait for you there. I'm not proud of this, but surely it's better than seeing her killed. Her name is Waverly. I won't harm her, I swear. I'm a man of means. Just bring her to the cellar, and I will keep her safe with me. Forever.
Waverly Ball is wearing black tonight. Okay, so we know it's Waverly. Before we do that, let's go to the second floor.
Please move along.
Fine. Guess we'll have to use some of our fancy magic.
Things are bad. The city getting worse. Indeed.
How did you even see me? God damn it.
Who's over?
Lucky boy. Lydia Boyle's diary. Looking forward to the party tonight despite this prospect of so many boorish men talking about their business failures. What I wouldn't give to meet a fine young musician in this horrible town. Someone who appreciates the harpsichord, for instance, and could write me a song. That's right. Lots of money to be had here.
I should cut them out entirely. All of them.
Sickening rat.
What's that mean to you?
Relax. We're just the reserves.
In case what? Lady Boyle tries to shake down one of her guests? It's something else. You can feel it at the party, though. Everyone's nervous.
Until Fabergé, okay.
Something's coming.
Huh?
Ah. Firstly, the river crest possesses both male and female anatomical features. One could only imagine what would this mean for human society. Were it true among our own species, would we dispense entirely with courting and dances? Imagine the increase in efficiency as we ought to dedicate ourselves to the important matters in life. Natural philosophy, of course, but also industry and law. And then the aged member of society needed to be replaced by more vigorous younger members. One could simply engage in the auto-impregnation process and produce desired offspring. Back to the matter at hand, that's Piero Joplin, okay, yeah. Piero Joplin's, we know what Piero Joplin's like. Oh, looks like Thanos. This is such a good setting. I love it. I love the whole steampunk theme.
Think you'll get your own squad after what happened last night? Never doubt it.
Nice cider. Where does this lead? Oh, it leads back here.
Everything might be worth checking out.
Not much info in this this part of the room. Oh, here we go. Esma Boyle's diary. Finally, tonight. The party's going to be so fabulous. I should bet the first man to ask for it. And the second after that. I'm so sick of these dark, awful times. Every day is as dreary as the one before. Oh, not tonight. Tonight's for living. There's Waverly Ball we're looking for. Looks like you're getting lucky tonight. Looks like you're both getting lucky tonight.
Could the city get any worse? Chances are very good.
And sadly, you're not. Clue, a raging clue. Note Waverly Boyle. Waverly, darling, here are the 3 costumes for your party. Painfully, I can't be there, though I'm sure you understand why. I know you're going to look lovely in black. I've enclosed a skeleton key to Dunwall Tower when you visit me, so no barrier will come between us. Waverly Boyle's diary. Esma's set aside more than enough spirits for the party tonight. I shouldn't wonder if she didn't have a drink in her hand, she'd positively lose her balance. Count me to stay sober, especially in these critical times. Would that I could escape Dunwall entirely, for I have a terrible feeling that someone might be after me. Oh, she's a boring one. What a shame. Let's jump down.
Impossible.
What's that?
What are you pissed off about?
I can't keep anything working around here.
Who's over there? You're him, aren't you? I'm not part of the Lord Regent's plans. Please believe me. I'm just trying to survive in this wretched city.
Why are you all pissed off? Make a new save game.
What? You're him.
Looks like the boils are suddenly caught onto me.
What?
Let's see where she goes. Maybe I can abduct her.
Lord Brisby has arrived. Delightful. What?
Maybe I'll go back in the order saves. What a shame. Oh, that's alright, I know where to go now.
Someone's supposed to be on duty. Things are bad.
Let's try that again. Hello. You pissed off at me? Nope. Really good.
Well, what is it? But you'll have to name all three of us for the cameo. What do you mean you'll save my life? What? Why? Who sent you? Very well. I've no wish to die. But I won't wait long. And if you're lying, I'll see you hang.
Let's go. For some reason, I think because I got detected at the top, it bugged
Lord
out.
Brisby has arrived. Delightful.
Ah, you guys gonna be stuck.
You saw him too? An unfortunate lapse of taste. Society isn't what it was.
Welcome to the party. Good evening.
There's blood on the floor. You guys are ruthless. Don't pretend you're the moral high ground, okay? I like how they got a big fish here. Like a bloat shark. Good, and then we'll just get you out. How about that?
Found her! Quickly, let's get her on board. Last, oh my love. Someday you will understand. You'll never know how happy you've made me. Someday she'll learn to appreciate me. After all, she'll have her whole life.
Bye. I like these small compact missions. Because of the limitations at the time, he didn't try and make the maps too big, and that's meant that the maps are small but packed with flavour and things like that.
Beat it. You shouldn't be here.
Yeah, I'm going.
Ebenezer Cooper is courting again. Has it been long enough? Hardly.
Of course, it's a party, so you think you'd be like, you know, Hitman style size, but then again, the plague sort of waves that away.
I hope you're not lost.
Most of the
sir.
guests
You'll
are
find everything
inside.
Might be
I'm well
best-
aware. Ah! Where is this boat? Oh, I should have used a heart on there. Oh well. In the world.
Most of the guests are inside. Might be best if you join them.
I don't think Sammy's boat is there, old boy. Suppose we come back the way we came.
Things are busy. Could the city get any worse?
Chances are pretty good.
plan, a great plan. Let's see if this works. Nope. I'm out.
I hope you enjoyed your evening, sir. But we'd best be on our way. Quickly.
Yeah, I think we need to go. Well mannered. What's the achievement for that? I didn't spot a party. Okay. I didn't kill. Oh yeah, I did kill one person. But it wasn't my fault.
Lord Pendleton said he would meet us here. I checked the wine cellar. Losing family gives a man a thirst.
Alright, let's take a look around. Ow.
Yes, I tell her you will still need to study. And as Empress, you'll have proper tutors, one for each subject. And many personal servants. She asks if she'll have spies. Yes, I tell her. I suppose you will. And advisors. So many advisors your head will spin. She wants a cake maker. Well, I tell her you'll have a whole kitchen staff with an army of chefs. And of course she asks if she can have cake every day. And I say if that is your wish, my young Empress, which always makes her giggle. Sometimes she gets so sad, remembering these things. They remind her of her poor mother. It's been 6 months, and Emily is resilient, but sometimes I can hear her crying when she thinks I'm asleep.
Hello, I am Callista, and I am Emily's teacher, and this is my lesson plan. Boring sums, boring history, boring geography, boring 7 strictures. Ugh, why can't we study sword fighting, and sailing, and monsters?
Yeah. Any more info? Anonymous note. Whoever you are, I must thank you for sparing at least part of my family. We all have enemies. Certainly we bore women. In a way, you've done me a favour, so you deserve a reward. I've passed along for one of my servants through another, who knows another, to one of yours. May we never cross paths again. I get like little rewards and that for doing things, which is nice. Even though I really don't actually need these rewards because I've already maxed out my stealth build.
Hello, love.
That is not the vintage I asked for, you half-wit ox. No matter, just set it down. Leave both bottles and get out. I'm trying to write my memoirs.
Yeah, he's losing it. He's losing it. Phantom votes. Havelock. Bravo, sir. Lord Regent was furious about losing the most recent vote at Parliament. He was counting on the support of the Pendleton family and expected limited resistance. Just as you said it would, losing the Pendleton vote block has really slowed him down. And since Lord Regent's defence budget failed as well, he's getting desperate financially. It seems that most of the coin he's using to keep the city watch going is from a close ally we suspect is a powerful noblewoman, who is perhaps his mistress. I'll try to dig up more information. As we know, if the watch doesn't get paid in coin and elixirs, the loyalty will start to crumble.
I take it the Boyle's party ended as planned? That will break the Lord Regent's financial base. We'll see how loyal the guards are when they're asked to work on credit.
We are moving closer and closer to an empire free of the corrupt and depraved. Not much further now, Corvo.
You've come very far, Corvo. We are almost there.
Only a matter of time before this is all over. If it goes our way, it'll be glorious. There was rioting in the Taylor's district last night. The people demanding food, elixir against the plague, and better treatment. Stiltwalker guards set some of them on fire. I wonder if Lydia has put on tea yet. The Admiral has been telling me about sea life. It sounds like a fine way to live. Then again, I'm sure he'd enjoy the opulence of Dunwall Tower.
I wish I had a fraction of your skills. I did, years gone by.
Steve Martin is now High Overseer. His clever one and his deeds have taken us very far. Considering where he comes from, he should be very pleased with himself. Now we can be assured that the Overseers will support our claims, whatever they may be. There's only one man standing between us and complete control of the Empire. Lord Regent will soon find himself staring at a hideous mask of Corvos. Of that I have no doubt. But what happens after that?
Attention. You are required to cooperate with overseers as you would members of the City Watch and Elite Guard. They speak with the Lord...
Corvo. Emily's hiding again. It started as a game, but it's turned into her way of teasing me. If you see her, will you send her back to me? It's time for her studies.
Pendleton's here someplace. The river's the only way out of here.
Where could she be?
Hello, sir.
Out of the way. Where's Lord Pendleton? Let me use my dark side. Sweeping, staring, walking, cocoon, maybe above. There she is. Found you. Da, da, da.
Shh! Don't make any sound. I'm hiding from Callista. It's a game we like to play. I remember playing hide and seek with you, too. I don't know why it's so much fun to hide from her. Here. This was at the edge of the river, in the mud. I put it under my pillow for good luck, but it gave me bad dreams. You can have it, as a present. I suppose I'll do my lessons now. Hiding gets boring after a while, anyway.
Jolly good. Let's go talk to Lord Pendleton, the Alki. Da, 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 da. Send me a speed sprint through this. Oh, okay. Oh.
You did it. And now we've done away with a woman, and a noble woman at that. But Boyle was a viper. She helped the Lord Regent kill the Empress, so I don't feel a thing for her.
Personally, I heard you upheld my name in a rather spectacular style and at some risk to yourself. I want to thank you for it. This little item has been helpful to my family over the generations, but I think you'll find more use for it than I ever will. Go on, take it.
You've had a long night, Corvo, but I fear it's not over. Havelock and Martin have already cooked up something more for you. They would like to see you now, in Havelock's chambers above the bar.
Okay, let's go. Level up. Can't level this up. Don't really want to level Bloodthirsty. I could level Dark Vision, Wind Blast, Shadow Kill. None of these levels particularly interesting me. The only reason I'm going for the runes is for the occasional outsider input, if I'm honest.
Or sounds emanating from evacuated buildings. Please bring this to the attention of the City Watch.
Corvo, the time has come. Everything we have done, everything that you have done, has served to make this moment possible.
The Lord Regent is exposed, Corvo. Vulnerable. And now everything is in place to strike at him. We're one step from the throne.
One man, one beating heart, is all that's left of the forces that brought this city to the brink of ruin.
It is simple, but it will be far from easy. The Lord Regent's paranoia has reached an all-time high. He has lost the support of the Overseers, the Parliament, his financial base, and he's lost Sokolov, who made his security technology. So at Dunwall Tower, he has consolidated every remaining loyal man around him.
He knows something is coming. He knows you are coming. And everything depends on him being correct. Piero will help you prepare. Then Samuel will take you close to the tower, near the waterlock. Last time you were there was the horrible day that all of this started. Now you will go there and end it. Good luck, Corvo.
I'm not sure what else we could say, other than our hopes are riding on you.
I believe. Have you written anything since we last departed? No. Oh, one moment. Okay. So let's go to Pierre or Piero.
Do you need me to build something for you? I can make anything, practically.
I want to buy something from you. Oh, stealth boots would be nice. Yep. Buy me the sleep darts. Buy me all of these. Upgrades. These standard bolts. I don't really care for standard bolts. Bone charm capacity, why not? That's never really happened to me, I don't really care. So let me go to my J for journal. Bone charms, what have we got? Spiritual pool, you regenerate mana slightly fast, that's good. Rats attack you only when you walk closer, I'll take that. Very earlier potion gives you 4 mana, I'll take that. Let's take that. This is minor perks. Oh, he's already done that. There's him complaining about Sokolov again. Let's do this then.
Ready to face the Lord Regent? About time we took care of my say. Long past time.
Let's go.
This is it, Corvo. Your last memories of Dunwall Tower might not be good ones, huh? So maybe you can make up for what happened back then. It'll be a bit of a climb from the waterlock. Most important thing is killing the Lord Regent. Built himself quite a place at the top of the tower. Calls it his safe room or something. Crazy if you ask me. Another point of interest while I'm giving you the grand tour, Corvo. Broadcast control station here where all them announcements come from. Might be worth looking into. Ready? Next time I see you, the Lord Regent will be dead. And if not, well, it was an honor to serve with you.
Thanks, Samuel.
For whistling on duty. Regent asks, how's he gonna hear this assassin coming? And Barris, God for not bathing enough? He says the assassin's going to smell him in the dark.
I have a mind to dock you for too much conversing, guardsman.
Oh, no, you won't. Because I helped with the new alarms the Lord Regent asked for. And he says that good work. That's...
Attention Dunwall Tower personnel. All new assignments report directly to the duty officer.
I need to get through here. That's has changed a bit since last time I was here.
If the plague were to take the entire city, or flames consume it, Dunwall Tower would be the last to fall. The Lord Regent resides here, as do those who await their turn with the executioner, though their apartment's different. He walks the floor, careful to touch each stone only once, counting. He cannot purge his mind of thoughts. Dunwall Tower is not so tall that it can rise above the stench of death. We have both been here before. The great ships have stopped bringing their hulls. If the plague were to take the entire city, or flames consume it, Dunwall Tower would be the last to fall.
Room down here, 9 meters away. And then there's another one 124 meters away. Over here. Just decree by Lord Regent. Effective immediately, all access to Dunwall Tower is hereby restricted to the official traffic via waterlock only. The front gate is sealed with no exceptions. The order issued from the Office of General Tobias with full authority of the Lord Regent. Off limits. I must ask you to speak with one of your crew. Corporal Keyes reported to you, I believe, according to the morning duty officer. Keyes has been making his way to the basement, meeting with the raw interrogator. I have no idea what they discuss. It's been reported that Keyes has an interest in the occult. Either way, I'm not an overseer, so I don't give a fig for how he spends his time when he's not on duty. But keep him away from the torture. The basement is off limits for our people. So we have an option to kill the torturer as well as in the basement. Why are we going down here? Seems like a waste of time. Probably has another way of infiltrating. A lot of hagfish. God damn you. Sneaky, sneaky.
Your report, General Tobias? Everything is secure on the grounds, Lord Regent.
It won't hurt to check again. I'm going to head down and retire to my bedroom.
Begging your pardon, sir, but I think it would be best if you stay in your safe room on the roof for now.
I need the comfort of my own bed tonight. I trust you and your men can handle the tower security. Double the guard if you have to. Come see me before you finish your rounds.
Yes, as you wish, Lord Regent. I'm heading out. Keep this area secure and use that alarm if there's any sign of trouble. Yes, sir.
Yeah, drill boys, saves come galore.
This is ridiculous. Stupid rats. Plague. Elixir. Bunch of crap.
I better make a pass over here.
No, stupid god. Dumber son of
That's why you save scum. So if you give off the alarm, his guy will charge at the very top of the tower, which is again another little bit of emergent gameplay. So
A citywide ban on whale oil is now in effect.
it's very
Citizens are
impressive.
encouraged to bring any whale oil in their possession to the City Watch at once. Anyone caught burning oil will be subject to arrest. This message is a directive from the Lord Regent himself. We must all trust in the Regent. Please don't hurt me. You're here to kill the Regent, aren't you? Spare my life, and I can help you beat him. He makes recordings on audiograph, secrets, some that would destroy him if others heard. Played on this amplifier, his confessions would be broadcast throughout the city. He'll be ruined. The audiograph card you want is in a safe in the Lord Regent's room, but I was able to see the combination over his shoulder. 935. Trust me, what's recorded on that card will do the trick. Good luck.
Gabby of every man. The religious power and inspiration for all officers across the Empire, the Order arose over the years to protect the common people from the ravages of the outside, until the need for a central bastion of authority was deemed necessary. The imposing structure is a destination for pilgrims seeking refuge or guidance. Many mistakenly attribute Abbey's construction to High Overseer Benjamin Holger, when it was actually Holger's successor who laid the foundations. Shortly after the Abbey was completed, every overseer in the land gathered there and began the trek to Whitecliff. There, a great siege commenced as the overseers purged the region. The battle raged against heretics, witches, and thralls of the outsider. Though Holger was killed in the struggle, Whitecliff was cleansed, and the ceremonial rites that followed lasted for a month, giving birth to many invocations and speeches, which were inscribed in tomes and carried back to the abbey. Cool.
The music. I remember when the Empress and I used to chat in here. We would take tea, discuss any number of things. This was my chair. Things have changed. Remember to have tea sent up later.
Code is 935. Did drop. We had a specific agreement and I planned around it. The Royal Protector wasn't part of that agreement. You assured me that she and the girl would be alone, so the price of the job just went up. So that's dude. And Lord Regent's confession. Close you. And then we'll come back here. We'll do some more exploring of this area because it is actually quite an in-depth map, even though you can complete it so quickly. But that's the great thing about Dishonored, is the fact you can complete these levels in less than a minute if you know what to do. But as the game progresses, it's all the extra content that's open to you to really immerse you in the world and what's going on.
If I explain, then you will see I am not at fault. My poverty eradication plan was meant to bring prosperity to the city, to rid us of those scoundrels who waste their days in filth and drink, without homes or occupations other than to beg for the coin for which the rest of us toil. And it was a simple plan. Bring the disease-bearing rats from the Pandician continent and let them take care of the poor for us. The plan worked perfectly at first. But the rats, oh, it was as if they sought to undo me. They hid from the catchers and bred at sickening rate. Soon it didn't matter. Rich, poor, all were falling sick. And then people began to ask questions. The Empress assigned me to investigate whether the rats had been imported by a foreign power. I knew the truth would come out eventually, so there was no other way than to be rid of her and take power myself. She had to die, you see. She had to die. Bringing about the death of an empress is not an easy thing. But it gave me the chance to attack the plague with some real authority. Quarantines, deportation of the sick. But there's always some idiot woman searching for her wretched lost babe, or some sniveling workman searching for his missing wife. And then quarantine is broken. But you can see how my plan should have worked. Would have worked. If everyone had just followed orders.
Oh no. But this is good because again, you wouldn't get this dose of lore or the truth about the outbreak if you'd just been a madman going around killing. So the developers have a very good way of subtly rewarding you for playing certain ways.
What are you doing? I order you to put down your weapons. This is treason.
It's over, Hiram. Your head will roll for what you've done.
No! I'll make you rich men if you just let me go. I beg you.
You nearly destroyed this city. No amount of money will undo that. Get him ready for the walk to Coldridge Prison.
Yes, sir.
Now I can look around the rest of the room.
Get your own squad after what happened last night?
So I need to save the game here because sadly we're still a wanted man.
Stupid cut.
I mean, we could just freeze time if we need to.
I wish I had Campbell's counsel right now. He'd have ideas.
I'm hearing murmuring. Ow. God, say it to not kill you. I didn't want to kill you. I try my best.
Here you are, Corvo, within the high walls of your enemy's stronghold. You're an unstoppable force, it seems, but also unpredictable. The Lord Regent lives, despite all he's done, and that is most surprising. The last year must have been agony for such a tightly wound man, watching as the plague spiraled out of control. As people on the streets went mad and died bleeding from the eyes, knowing that it was all his fault. As you hunted down his people one by one, and finally came for him, he must have realized that all his planning was for nothing, and that must have been exquisitely terrifying. But in the end, you chose the more measured response. What will that mean in the days to come, I wonder? I've lived a long, long time, and these are the moments I wait for.
Dearie, oh dearie, dearie, down inside us so dreary, why won't you come out to see me? When you were here, we made him scream, didn't we? Come back to visit and we'll give you another present, carved and shiny. You aren't much in the way of proper conversation, mind you, but I do love to watch you work. Come back and I'll tell you such stories, dear Granny. Yeah, he was not a nice guy. Nice apple, though. I think as I get older, I'm more for the pacifist run. Before, when I was a kid, I was like, yes, kill everything, but now, as I've gotten older, it's like, perhaps mass murder is not fun as it's cracked up to be.
And this train needs to go to the torture. I mean, the royal interrogator. Oh.
No. Why do I have to take it?
He's harmless, unless you're scheduled for execution or for questioning.
He's so strange. Always working on something he keeps secret. And he has that blue little dog.
Trust me.
I think I could explore the whole area, but that's the found the torturous chamber already. That's the thing with this game. And so you can get to the very top of this and have a big old fight in the panic room. Actually, I do need to get that device there. How many I saved again just in case I screw myself over because I've used up all my tendy points, but yeah, there's the escape room on the very top floor. Very top floor, that's where you can have a final showdown if you're a real aggressive boy. Oh. Actually, I'll see if I can get up there. I think there's a speed run where a guy just literally just warps to the very top via a very particular route. Let's see if I can show it to you. Like it's right on the top. Damn you! I don't want to kill you, I'm trying to be a good guy.
Think you'll get your own squad after what happened last night? Indeed, I believe so. Think you'll get your own squad after what happened last night? Chances are very good.
Oh well. I guess we won't be going this time, but it's on YouTube, you'll be able to find it. I can't be bothered to go through it. I want to carry on the story. Of course, if you'd been a madman, this area would have been packed with enemies.
This place makes me sad.
Why is that?
This is where the Empress was killed by that wretched murderer. Everything changed for the worse after that day.
It was a dark day for sure, but things were already bad with the plague. In any case, I wouldn't dwell on it. Let me comfort you.
I need to get back to work.
Can I come by and see you later?
I don't think it's a good idea tonight.
Things are bad. Could the city get any worse?
Never doubt.
Boop boop. Yeah, I think it's right on the top there. Is that safe room? Right, let's get the binoculars out. I wonder if I can click B to zoom in. No, I can't because I haven't upgraded it. And that's where the big boys are. Where they've got like 2 anti-magic guys going away. You got tall boys, a whole shebang for the final showdown.
Is it all done? You ready to go back to the Hound Pits?
Oh well.
Thanks to you, Corvo. All right, let's go.
Quite easy, the mission actually. I had to kill some. Never get detected. I forgot it's never get detected. There's some pain objectives to meet.
Big changes. Makes me uneasy, to tell the truth. A small fry like me always gets the worst of it. But maybe it's going to be different now. The Lord Regent is gone.
Such a good
The
game.
Abbey has a new High Overseer. I'm guessing our work is almost done. The others are in the bar. No doubt waiting to raise a glass in your name. Me, I think I'll just linger out here if you don't mind. Reflect on things while we have a moment. Congratulations, Corvo.
You like me, Corvo? Again, I think what he says
I know
changed.
it's a good day, but the rats are still here, aren't they? I look out at the river and still see the bodies going by. I wonder if the Admiral could get me a post in the Navy. I don't need anything fancy. I guess you'll be headed back to the tower soon. Gonna be a little easier this time, I hope. The river was in a temper this morning. Oh, it's got moods, it does. Like my poor wife used to. I'm taking part in history here. Dunwall is on the verge of a new age, a better age. And this old sailor has had a role to play in it. I doubt I'll be remembered, as the worthy men who made this happen are truly the heroes. And one feisty little girl who hides the sadness of missing her mother very well, bless her. But perhaps someday someone will listen to this.
I think this also changes depending on how good you've been.
Named Samuel was a part of it all. If you should have any need of me, I'll still be ready to go, Corvo. Just because the Lord Regent is defeated doesn't mean I'll get lazy.
Attention, Dunwall citizens.
Back already? I'm happy to talk. I suspect my charm is the only thing keeping me alive. I'm beginning to suspect the Lord Regent is no longer in power. Am I correct? If so, either my usefulness is at an end, or else it is just beginning. You'd be foolish to kill me now. I can help your cause. I have inventions no one knows about. Piero's not such a bad fellow. I wish he'd forget about that business at the academy. You'd be foolish to kill me now. I can help your cause. I have intention of no one.
Okay, Piero, where you at? Piero?
Won't be long now, barring some unfortunate turn of events or betrayal. I will soon have a very astonishing title. Royal Physician. No, it's too much like Sokolov. Maybe it's time for a change. A reimagining, something that will shake the Academy of Natural Philosophy to its stones. Royal Alchemist. Physicist. Royal Astrological Metaphysician.
Yeah, well, you monk. Of course, I also feel like as the game goes on, you start to see the true characters in the game and how these guys are actually really rather self-serving.
This was never my idea. He knows that. Certainly I am not completely guiltless, but with my position, he would be a fool to come for me. And if he does, I have much to offer. Extensive business opportunities. So he'll see reason, if it comes to that.
Until we get through all this and hold a coronation, nothing's certain. Dunwall Tower's got its own culture, not telling what could happen if we moved into the place too soon. Next steps should be handled carefully, things happening quickly, I need time to think.
Attention, Dunwall citizens. Recent revelations of the Lord Regent's role in events leading to the outbreak of plague have necessitated a restructuring phase of the city.
Damn me, he's done it. Word is spreading all over the city. The tyranny is over. By this time tomorrow, Emily will be on the throne. After that, we'll clear your name and put everything we've got into rebuilding the city.
I wish there were more of a city to rule. Most of Dunwall is rats and corpses.
The Admiral's right, I'm afraid. Corvo, you did your job while the rest of us sat on our asses. Our work starts tomorrow.
Tonight, rest easy. Tomorrow, we crown an empress. To Corvo, the man who served to change the course of history.
To Emily Colvin, and the new dawn rising for Dunwall and the Empire.
She'll need higher mathematics, court protocol, and cosmology, of course. Do you provide these things?
Of course not, no. I just think I should have a central role. She trusts me.
It's true, she does, but she should trust all of us. Don't you trust me, Callisto?
Emily comes first. In a pinch, Wallace could manage the estate.
I must have a portrait made. Maybe Sokolov will do it, after what we've been through here.
Emily's first act will be to rescind the warrant for your arrest. We can finally take that mask off you.
We took control of the Abbey through blackmail. But perhaps over time we can wield a more legitimate authority.
You speak less and do more than any man I have known. I swear I'll help you find the murderer who struck down the Empress. Your life will be changed very soon.
Eat well tonight, Corvo. You've earned it. We'll find this man Dowd. Part of the Lord's Regent's ring of skulking spies and killers, no doubt.
Callista is losing her faith, I fear. I must speak to her about that.
When this is over, I'm going to have a truly fantastic set of clothes.
There's a pretty little forest just north of Holdfast, just waiting to be turned into frigates.
Callista is a special case. She has more influence over Emily than anyone else. Except maybe you.
Do you know Emily is quite special? She's learned from all of us, you especially. She trusts you absolutely, I believe.
No,
What
no.
will you do after this, I wonder? Get married? It will be good to hear people laugh in the streets again. Just think, I'll have tutored an empress. I know we're supposed to relax now. I wish I could. Emily's happier, I think. She's such a quiet child sometimes.
We're leaving tomorrow, aren't we? I don't know if I want to go back to the tower. I can be Empress from anywhere, right? Maybe a ship. I made a list of all the swear words the Admiral uses. But Callista made me throw it away. Admiral Havelock smells like tobacco. Do you think I can order him to throw away his cigars? How many dresses will I have when I'm Empress? Callista says 100, but I just don't know if that's enough. I hope I'll make a good Empress. Overseer Martin says I will. You're not going to leave me when I'm Empress, are you?
You'll always drink free at the Hound Pits. You know, we should hold a reunion each year.
I wonder what the histories will say of me. I must remember to burn that memoir. I really must get a wife. Still a few boils left, I suppose. Now, which was the prudish one again?
Attention, Dunwall citizens.
Campbell's Black Book lets me control the Abbey, but only at a price. The outsider has failed at destroying Dunwall. The people have been brought to their knees, but they are strong and are beginning to rise again.
The city watches rotten through and through. Time to impose a little Navy discipline. One of the strangest campaigns I ever fought.
Okay, we're good. We're done.
I'll actually miss this dank, dreary building when we return to the manor.
I believe so. Time to rest my head because this noise is killing me. I'm a bit of a lightweight, I am.
Samuel, you move like you've been drinking. Did the poison work its magic? Is he dead?
It better have worked. It cost me a month's profit.
Yes, sir. I believe Corvo has breathed his last. Just as you wanted.
You've done a fine job, then.
Remember, we need the body. If we come forward with the corpse of the man who murdered the Empress, we'll be greeted as heroes.
Yes, it'll grant us legitimacy. We'll be the men who rescued Emily and brought down the Lord Regent and his assassin. You'll see to the body, won't you, Samuel?
Yes, sir.
Oh no!
I'm sorry something terrible, Corvo. But I only gave you half the poison. They were watching me and it was all I could think to do. I think you're strong enough to survive that. I'll put you on a raft and then I've got to ship out myself before they find out I've gone against their wishes. Snakes. They'll want to do the same to me as soon as I've outlived my uses. Hopefully you'll wake up and find your way out of this cursed city.
This is the one who was with the Empress when she died. Poisoned. Tivian stuff. Amateur work. He'll live. That's up to Dowd.
Bye guys! This is where I get to see the seedy part of or the cracked part of Dunwall.
I know a great deal, bodyguard. I recognize those marks on your hand. A gift from your friend. The one who talks to you in the dark. Talks to you when you visit his shrines. I visited those shrines too. And I know what it felt like to shove a blade into your Empress. But I don't know you. Who you are, and who you fight for. You're a mystery. And I can't allow that.
Oh crap, I'm back here. Okay, what do you want, outsider?
Here you are at last, in a ruined and drowning world, held captive by the man who killed your Empress, the assassin Dowd. Your friends poisoned you and dumped your body in the river. Did they do it to protect themselves, so no one would ever know what they'd done? Or was it because they were a single move away from controlling an empire, and they knew you'd never let them manipulate Emily? Maybe none of these. Perhaps that's just the nature of man.
Oh. So since well, pretty much the entire game you've been playing in the more coherent parts or more intact parts of the world, but now you get to see how bad things have gotten. Took me ages to get out of here. First time I played. Bounty Leisure. Dowd. Finding Corvo in possession of that mask could have been an elaborate frame job, but now the newly minted Lord Regent Havelock is announcing to all the city that he has proof linking Corvo to the masked felon. Bounty is 30,000 coins, but if Corvo truly is a masked felon and is responsible for all the things the wanted posters accuse him of, I expect the bounty to be double. Because we have him alive, we should be able to barter for even more. Regarding Slackjaw, we watched him for a week, and when we were ready to make our move, he suddenly disappeared. Maybe he left the city. With this musical device that he was strapped to his chest while it was functioning, we were unable to perform transversals, whatever, I suspect. We all get a good look at it. Oh, they're just carving it up, are they? Okay. Don't think I want to go in that water. Maybe if I can climb higher and get out. Oh, I can just die. Oh, I can just die. That's also something I can do. No, hello. Didn't see you here the first time. When we speak next, I hope you tell me two things. First, what did the strictures tell you about being imprisoned in a cell you could easily escape, or your legs not shattered? Secondly, how your kind knew the location of our base and what exactly you hope to accomplish, thereby marching a hopelessly outnumbered band of fools through these chest-high waters. Told. Let's try again. Fine, new save. Stuck. There we are. Run away, don't kill me. Didn't want to do that. Oh god. Yep, the land of drowners. Or the land of the infected. You can tell it's just all gone to shit. Donovan's journal. Everyone was looking for someone to blame for what happened. As the waters rose day by day, and one by one the business owners had to give up their shops to ankle-high muck and river, crust started growing as far back as Fresh Street. Truth is, it wasn't some plot to wipe the ever-prosperous Redshot off Dunwall's maps. It was laziness and stupidity. The barriers keeping the rising waters out hadn't been maintained in at least a decade, and once one leak started, the whole thing gave out. The city was so tied up fighting the plague, no one should have fingered to salvage the place. It's been a year now, and living in a place the region's forgotten about has its perks. It's never-ending infected everywhere. A tank is marked batch B coming from the warehouse lot yard need to be connected to the deeper dive row only. These barges contain blubber from juvenile whales and have to undergo a different refinement process to ensure the same level of potency. We need to get the tankers empties and back out to the wellhouse as fast as possible. Greaves Lighting Oil Company is on track for record profits this quarter. Okay, that's just a little note, not really that interesting. Interesting. What's the point in this? Oh, what's the point? I suspect. I suspect. Wee. Oh, I gotta get up there. Thanks, game, for telling me that. Never tried to try and swim out the map. I suspect you just get murdered by hagfish. Because I don't think you can fight underwater.
Why would you come back here?
Hard to say, but we should watch the streets. We'll see him from the rooftops.
All right. If nothing else, we can cut him off at the market.
He can't get through the rail station without the key.
This one is resourceful. You'll find a way.
Hunting whales, harpooner songs, medicinal herbs, copper wire. Yeah, we'll take this shit, why not? I don't see why you wouldn't come back here to get your weapons. Put your shift captain to assign a maintenance berth for every shift. Conduits keep shirting out here. At least authorize us to put a well or cast and a backup receptacle next to the bridge to keep the power flow steady. The Greaves Company for crying out loud, you think we can be able to afford an extra one of our own oil tanks. Or if you need me to make it simple, you have no power, the bridge stays up. If the bridge stays up, we can't access the refinery pit. No pit access, we won't do our jobs, plain and simple. I suspect that's basically one way of getting down here, where you'd actually need to do much. Just need like an empty jar. There we are. And we can start going down into hell territory. Oh. There's my gear. I believe down here we can find our overseer as well. There he is. So we pick him up and drop him. see that he was the overseer before, but because he'd been marked, he was left and therefore died. Or became a weeper, because he was just like given no help whatsoever because of the mark, and he was done for. Campbell's curse. Cursed at full harem bowls, Lord Regent my lily white bottom. We almost had it all, now I wear this Heretics brand for a short reminder of my days. The Heretics brand of all things. I should have banned ritual, but in truth I plan to use it against a few undesirables should the need arise, perhaps even haram. Or harem. Now it's all lost. When I spar my own reflection in the puddle of filthy water, I see failure burned into my face. I am cast out. And now the plague is upon me, already the fever grows, and my thoughts are slippery as hagfish. It won't be long before I'm drooling and moaning and bleeding from the eyes. Last week I was sipping fine Tyrian wines and enjoying the comforts of rightfully afforded to my position within the abbey. Today I sleep in filth, lost in the bleak and destroyed district. My mind is going to rot away, and let these be my last words. The final current thoughts of Thaddeus Campbell, a great man, a voracious love of life and all its flavours and odours, and once high overseer in the great capital city of Dunwall itself. From the blackness of the void, I fling curses down upon the head of Corvo Etano. It was he who cost me everything I hold dear. May flies nest in your eyes, Corvo, and may all your desires come to ruin as you have ruined mine. That was bad, man. But we are now good, we can get out of here. Or not. I don't think these guys are anything I want. That's interesting, but it won't get me to the bottom. Oh, sorry, Miss Overseer. Assassins sprung their trap as we tried to cross the narrow bridge. At that choke point, they were to pick us off one by one. We thought we could draw them inside where our greater numbers could afford more of a distance, but it didn't matter. Now I'm the only one left alive, and I feel that slipping from me minute by minute. Now, if a second group attempts to come through this way, beware of that bridge. They are listening for the sound of the door opening. Keep an eye on the rooftops. Even a small number of them is more than a match. You guys all got fucked. I mean, why would they send the Overseers to knock out these fellows? I mean, I understand why, because these guys have got supernatural powers, but it's too much for stretching your resources, you know? Let's let the assassins faff about in the Flood District. You've got bigger things to worry about, like the collapse of the rest of the Empire. So if you've got dark vision or a dork vision. Oh, cool. This is back where we started, just on this bridge. Probably would want to stay off the ground here. You actually do feel a sense of fear staying on the ground, like in other certain games. Probably another way to his base that does not involve me getting my ass clapped. Could just try and teleport down there. Reference Corey message. Imagine the firepower of a tall boy, but the speed and ease of concealment of a pistol. With this new technology, any soldier with a steady gun arm will be a force to reckon with. Make sure it gets the Lord Regent without delay. Loxley. I guess I didn't get there. What a fancy place before I went to shit, wasn't it? Underneath the ground, I won't be able to get that. Oh, I can come down here now, I get it, I think. I like the whole dilapidated area. It really does give me good vibes. It shows variety. Letter to the director, so that's it, we're closing down after all these years. After we just unveiled a new statue of Jessamine Colvin, a broken wall and some rising water, and we're just about to abandon the building and split up our offices into lesser districts. Are you insane? Has your brain turned into plague rats? Have you been drinking outsider's piss? Any of these explanations I would accept sooner than the relocation assignments we are all found on our desks this morning. If this is truly how you plan to operate as a director, then no, I will not accept my relocation orders. Since it is my resignation. Think you're going to die. Incandescent paste. Cool. Okay, it's the way out. Or a way out. There's any doubled key. Oh, I get into doubled key. Oh, I gotta go over here first.
What is it?
They butchered the deep ones here, breathing in the rich stink of their enchanted flesh.
Deal with the centuries.
When the seawall broke, many strange things were drowned and forgotten. They bring the bodies here with rough hands in cages. Some of them are still breathing. The water is so cold, and it is the last thing they feel. These waters are greedy. They will never give back what they have taken. Even the terrible floods were not enough to wash away the sorrows of Dunwall. What have you done to me?
Hey, dude.
How many people did I kill for you? None like the last. None like her. I'd give back all the coin if I could.
Shit.
Back all the coin if I could.
Oh, you're joking me, right?
Back all the coin if I could. No one should have to kill an empress.
They butchered the deep ones here, breathing in the rich stink of their enchanted flesh.
I want to mark this guy.
Nice try, Corvo.
Oh, he's still standing, isn't he? I need you to turn away while I grab this guy. There we are. And now we can listen to what Daoud is thinking.
When the seawall broke, many strange things were drowned and forgotten. In the schoolyard, the other children would marvel at his quick hands. One day, a man came for young Dao and led him away. No, there is no...
I'll knock him out.
In the schoolyard, the other children would marvel at his quick hands. One day, a man came for young Dao and led him away. No, there is no turning back from the path he has his chosen. When Seymour broke, many strange things were drowned.
Oh, getting stuck.
Paid assassin, doubt. The last thing the Empress felt was his blade. His hands do violence, but there's a different dream in his heart. Why have you brought me here? Am I meant to forgive this man for what he did? In the schoolyard, the other children would marvel at his quick hands. One day, a man came for young Dao and led him away.
Empress Jasmine Coldwear and Eradication of Black Sally.
So you've lost it all. Ruined at last. Lord Regent, Royal Spy Master, Hiram Burroughs. You small, worried man. You'll never know how many times I've thought about trying to get close to you again. Just to put a piece of sharp metal in your eye. But now there's no need. You've been taken down by the same apparatus that gave you life to begin with. Laws and courtrooms and the mighty swell of public outrage. Good riddance to you, sir. So many schemes you had, and so many contracts. How many people did I kill for you? None like the last. None like her. I'd give back all the coin if I could. No one should have to kill an empress.
Okay, good boy. Yeah, this is a very easy mission. Again, you can explore more, but generally it's a... Actually, one of the good Easter eggs is that because he's marked by the outsider, you try and cheat in this battle and you say stop time or pulse anything to start like hide from him. It won't work, and you'll start a proper boss fight where he's got all the magic beans and that, which is which is another little Easter egg to show you that it makes it quite a unique fight. There's no really, I think at this stage there's no real reason to keep him alive, but it's just if we're going to go for the peaceful run, why not? Why not? Where do you want me to go now? Really is going peak on. You don't realise it until this level to see how bad things have got.
Must be in a basement.
There's no hospital. I told you that. You think they round people up because there's a cure?
They're city guards. They're supposed to protect people.
They did. They protect the healthy people from people like us, the sick ones.
I'm not that bad. Some people pull through, right? Don't they?
1 in 1,000. 10,000 probably.
Any chance I'll take. When I get out of there and get better, I'm going to do right this time. A fresh start. This time.
Goodbye, my boy. Strange. You don't look ill. You're not a victim, not a guard. A spirit from the void, maybe. Another wagon comes every few minutes. How many do you think have died? They say 1/3 of the city. I wouldn't have believed it, but I saw the mound of corpses myself. They dropped us in it. I don't blame them. I know why they do it. But I only wanted to die at home.
I'm sorry, friend. go and get that rune.
Stand this waiting. The plague wagon's running every couple of minutes now.
Ow, did you punch me? Pretty sure you punched me. Right, first thing first, we're gonna go get that rune. And the best way to do it is... Ow. Is there a way up here? There's a way up here. Not really, it's just a hidey hole. How do you get up here? Guessing it's gonna be like a leap of faith scenario.
I can't see anything.
Stand this way. The plague wagon's running every couple of minutes now. Right at it. Okay, great, smart.
Gotta be a leap of faith scenario. Unless I can get even higher. I can't. Yeah, leap of faith scenario. This then allows me to get on top of the plague cart. So again, another interesting way of getting about it. So you can use the plague cart to traverse your way through this area, or you can go through the open area like that. The plague and talk to the denizens inside the town. Some will ask for help and some won't, and it's quite an interesting area. It's such an interesting game. Yeah, I just like the whole steampunk setting. I think it's one of the few types of game that they would have pulled it off, you know. And you can use this just to completely avoid this entire area. Even though there's so much going on here. So we'll just save and we'll take a look around. Where's the survivors then, eh?
Now I can stare old ladies in the eye before I cut them down. Why do you think no one lasts on this job?
I'm heading back to civilization. What's left of it. Keep your head and you'll be on the stilts in no time.
I'll do my best. Put in a good word for me, would you?
And there's food, not bullets. Is that over this way? Pretty sure there's a group of survivors somewhere. Or maybe I'm misremembering. Oh well, if anyone knows, you know where to find me. You know where to find me. And that's the group of survivors, are the group of survivors I'm currently talking about. Alright, this gets you out. You're good to go. Blood from the eyes. She was a wench. Bone charm. Oh yeah, Granny Rag should be around this area before we get back to civilization. Yeah, there's got to be stuff over there. Let's talk to this guy first.
Wish I had a last swig of whiskey. You're the masked guy's been taking down all the lords and ladies. No way through this gate unless you got the sewer key. Only one place to get that key, and I wouldn't go there. Not for all the gold in Dunwall Tower. Not again. Maybe you could pull it off, though. Something attacked us in the distillery. It used the rats. I know it sounds crazy. And then it run back under the streets. So we come down here to kill it. Slackjaw leading the way. Went bad. I barely crawled out. Don't know what happened to Slackjaw. He had the sewer key, though. It was a fog. And then rats. Rats everywhere. Slackjaw chased him deeper into the sewers. Like a nightmare. Something came up and started attacking. Slackjaw's still in there. If he can kill it, I don't know. City Watch bastards, hiding behind their walls.
I'll see what I can do. Oh, that's the way to go, and that's the way out, I suspect. think killing these guys does not count as a bad ending to me. Ow. Bodies for days. You don't see them a lot because I haven't been spending most of my time on the coast front, but yeah, there's a lot of them. Jelly, you daft chopper. Here's another one for you. The old witch Granny Rags told me that you'll lose your taste for whiskey in the month of wind, then your eyes will go dim in the month of seeds. January, February, March, and you'll draw your last breath in the month of ice. I'll go with December as the ice, so it's the 12th day. March. 8, 3, 12. Let's go 8, 3, 12. Although I suspect there's an actual calendar we're supposed to get it right. No, it's not going to work. Well, unless it's like so paint. It's like month of wind is 1, 2. It's 3, 2, 1. Let's go 4. Oh, so okay, it's fucking there. It's so painfully easy. So it's the month of wind. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 5. And then it's month of seas, which is 2. And then it is the month of ice, which is 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, deliberately painfully easy. Go! Nope. Nope. Leave me alone. Vomiting oysters. Oh! There we are. Now we make a decision. Do we either go with Granny or Slackjaw?
And carve a pretty song on your bones.
Hey! Someone kill this crazy witch! I could make you rich!
There's my love. Are you ready to help get Slackjaw's bones? Granny has some birthday gifts for you. I've been saving them up in case you ever came back to me. Not going to help Granny? Well, I'm disappointed. You better leave.
Strange smelling manuscript, except from entitled manuscript. Stronger than Scrimshaw, a skull full of guile, whale bile, bones in the pile, weight scrape gleaming, kindle fire and crackle fat, big black gobs of spat, fume up, fume up. Feathers, mad-eyed bird fell to the ground, seeds and nettles, needly see, stir a bit.
Mass man, fancy you showing up down here. Look at the pickle I'm in. Word is all over the street about your little secret, Corvo. You're the one that acts the Empress. Makes sense why you run around wearing that mask. Maybe you could help me out.
since we're friends and all.
Oh, no, you don't. I'll kill you and cook you, Annie. Heart for breakfast. Bones of the great Leviathan, protect me! They do as I tell them, dear. Should I tell the rats it's time for dinner? You think you're going to save him? He's not worth it. Now Granny is going to kill you just like all the others. Tired? Too bad for you. Granny doesn't need rest. Now you'll see what I can do. It's too late for him, and it's too late for you.
You know what? Okay, I can't. I'm just gonna destroy your cameo. Now stand back on this.
What will I write on your skull? That you were a fool.
Hi, Granny.
You're a fool to try to...
Bye, rats. Good thing about rats is they're not very good at climbing, apparently. Explorer's Journal. Except from the Journal Explorer. Dr. Hazen's interpretation of the Pandistian carvings at the height of ignorance. The core theme is not renewal, but dire warning. The strange figure is not a benign spirit, it is clearly a monster, a jewel, a type of fetish. The key to its dark potency, perhaps. The panel should be read as follows. The hero figure steals the jewel from the monster and casts it into an inquensible fire. Thus the monster is made mortal, and the hero is able to slay it, breaking the cycle of terror. Note scroll in the margins. Vera has taken an inordinate interest in my field manuals. Such appetites them seemingly in a lady devastation. Shout of reminder. So dreary, dreary, dreary. You're going away, Mr. Rats. Good. So effectively the story here is that her and her husband went to Pandicia and found all these sort of ruins and that, and she kills her husband and becomes sort of a cult leader of the rats and a follower of the outsider, and that effectively allows her to survive, and that's why she becomes a bit crazy and she goes around carving people up.
Unlock me.
No, the reason I killed her is because she was intended to poison half the distillery and fill it full of rats.
Something funny. When we were kids, we were all scared of Granny Rags. Thought she was a terrible witch. Then we grew up and figured she was just a sad old lady. We were right the first time. Now ain't that funny? I owe you. This won't even the score, but it's all I got left. Luck to you, Corvo.
Yeah, I'm not gonna have you butchered. I mean, look at that. It's a bathtub surrounded by whale bones. It's very, very bruh. No. I did not deserve to get the good news. And plus, you're actually trying to help with the distillery and trying to make watered down cure rather than cause so chaos like old Granny Rags is trying to do.
find your way into such interesting places, Corvo? At the eye of the storm, raging between granny rags and this man who has lived his whole life with a cleaver in one hand and a bottle in the other. Crawling out of those flooded ruins, winding your way back to the pub where you last saw Emily. Where is she now? How does it feel now, knowing your allies betrayed you? Strange how there's always a little more innocence left to lose. And Dowd, the man who killed the Empress, you had him in the palm of your hand, and you let him walk away? You fascinate me.
Good, give me more power. And stop having Nick crazies as your followers. Why can't you just have normal people? No, because normal people are boring, I suppose. I'm stuck. No, he's gone now. You guys friendly? I'm going to assume so. We are, after all, in the middle, at the bottom of the rag heap. I suspect they're all pretty scared as well.
Have you seen my husband? His name's Jake. He had on a blue shirt.
Please, sir, let me pass.
I don't have anything to take.
I'm not going to take anything from you fellows. I'm pretty much OP as it is. Again, if you were a complete lunatic, you would just go through here and just flare it out. For what purpose? I think the first time I snuck through all these people, but then I realised actually these guys weren't hostile.
Have you seen my wife? Dark hair, about this tall. It was Sarah.
Get the city's dead. Hard to pass 3 more months. All the others down with the sickness.
Nope. Oh really? Stop. Carry on. Oh, cool. 3 bolts. Ah, yeah, I'm gonna definitely play Dishonored 2 now. There needs to be a new Dishonored game, guys. Bring out a new Dishonored game now. Arkham, do it now. Arcane. The Hound Pits pub. And wind our way back.
Please, no. Oh, it's you, Corvo. Thank the stars. We all thought you'd been killed. Except for Samuel. He seemed sure you'd survived. I saw him on the river shortly before the killing began. He was smart enough not to come ashore. But I'll bet he's still out there. Looking for you is my guess. At first, Pendleton said it was time for our bonus. Havelock stood behind them, and at the signal, he shot them each in the back of the head. Just like the target drills he used to. Lydia barely had time to scream. I would be dead too. Except Wallace told me I wouldn't be getting anything.
Pendleton kept apologizing, saying that no one could ever know about the things they'd done. Martin was drinking and seemed sad. The Admiral was about to shoot Callista. Then he mumbled something about owing her uncle, Captain Kurnow, a debt. They said it was time for Sokolov, and went off to his cage. I don't know what happened after that. Emily was there when the killing started. Poor child. I hope she hid her eyes. The Admiral said that Martin was right. I guess they talked about it. And they started to worry they'd get executed for all that they'd done,
Doesn't even make any
going after
sense.
the Lord Regent and his allies. I suppose it's why they've poisoned you too. I thought Lydia would squeal on me at the end. She just told Havelock to screw himself. And died. Lydia's the only one who ever showed me any kindness. I don't think the Admiral actually knew I existed. I can hide here for as long as it takes. Seems that no one is safe when a man is that close to a prize like the throne.
Okay, I'll square you away. Let's go. Get on my way. I've got places to be.
I was only a kid at the last coronation. If we even make it to tonight. Oh, you look at this mess? Relax. One of the officers said he was dead. Poisoned, thrown in the river. If you ask me, he's long gone. Threw the mask in the river, left out.
That's what a...
God damn it. There we are.
I was only a kid at the last coronation. We even make it to tonight. Oh, you look at this mess?
Relax.
One of the officers said he was dead. Poisoned, thrown in the river. If you ask me, he's long gone. Threw the mask in the river, left
Have hit him. I should have stopped time.
Gonna be a great party tonight. I was only a kid at the last coronation.
We even make it to tonight. You look at this mess?
Relax. One of the officers said he was dead. Poisoned, thrown in the river. If you ask me, he's long gone. Threw the mask in the river, left That's what a rational person.
Attention Dunwall citizens. Hiram Burrows, formerly the Lord Regent, has confessed to heinous crimes against the people of Dunwall. He shall be confined to the Coldridge prison until the proper authorities decide his sentence.
Crackpot, natural philosopher.
There is evidence.
Gonna be a pain in the ass, this one. This one's gonna be a pain in the ass.
Gonna be a great party tonight. I was only a kid at the last coronation. We even make it to tonight.
You look at this mess?
Relax. One of the officers said he was dead.
I suppose I could just speed walk through them with the
Gonna be a great party tonight. I was only a kid at the
Last coronation. We even make it to tonight. You look at this mess?
Relax. Now, one of the officers.
Now, I'm gonna find you, whoever you are, and then I'll demonstrate your failings.
gonna be a bit of a nightmare, aren't you, boys?
Gonna be a great party tonight. I was only a kid at the last coronation.
You even make it to tonight. Oh, you look at this mess?
Relax. One of the officers said he was dead.
Somehow I've become very bad at the game. Very bad.
Gonna be a great party tonight. I was only a
Kid at the last coronation. You even make it to tonight. Oh, you look at this mess?
Relax. One of the officers said he was dead. Poisoned. If you ask me,
Alright, we're gonna just pause time.
Gonna be a great party tonight. I was only a kid.
No, I almost had it. I screwed it up. Screwed it up. Seems like the easiest way through as well, so. Ah, you motherfucker. Glitches out. Stop it, game. Stop it.
I was only a kid at the last.
Now, if I do this. Good boy.
Attention Dunwall citizens. Hiram Burroughs, formerly the Lord Regent, has confessed to heinous crimes against the people of Dunwall. He shall be confined to the Coldridge prison until the proper authority.
There is evidence that Anton Sokolov was held here against his will for some time. We can't determine what happened to him. I'll bet my commission he's in that building with Piero Joplin. If so, arrest him. But I don't want him harmed until I get to the bottom of all this. Careful. The place may be booby-trapped and I want him alive. What else?
Yes, sir. The servants were all executed shortly before we arrived. Looks like a naval cutlass and a small-bore pistol. Looks like Corvo ran amok before he left.
Turn this building inside out. And it goes without saying, this area is sealed.
Still walkers at all points.
And I want him alive. What else?
Yes, sir. The servants were all executed shortly before we arrived. Looks like a naval cutlass and a small-bore pistol. Looks like Corvo ran amok.
Can I just
And I want him alive.
do this? Remember before I mentioned the special drawing I was working with you? This is it. I don't know where you went, but I hope when you get back to see us, I'd like to take you to Dunwall Tower with us. Everyone's acting strange tonight. Samuel was whispering to Callista about a flare launcher that I was supposed to use to call him. I told her to lock the door to my old tower. I heard... You told her to lock the door to my old tower. I heard Admiral told the others we were leaving tonight for a place called the Lighthouse on Kingsbow Island. So where's my picture? There we go. Happy picture, not bad picture. Ah.
Yes, sir. The servants were all executed shortly before we arrived. Looks like a naval cutlass and a small-bore pistol. Looks like Corvo ran amok before he left.
Turn this building inside out. And it goes without saying.
One sec, I want to actually show you the picture. Because that's quite an important thing to note.
This area is sealed.
Still walkers at all points.
And stay vigilant. Corvo's the most dangerous man in the Empire now, and he has nowhere else to go.
Never thought he'd bother us again. I guess he holds a grudge.
Oh, they'll go, so there's literally no point in me being in here. This is quite an overpowered spell, I'll be honest with you.
What's going on there?
So, if you've been a naughty serial killer, then you'll have the mask on, and if you're a good bloke, then you'll have a normal face on. And you can see the room's been torn apart and everything is gone. Same over here as well. It's all gone, been bugged out.
Indeed, I believe so.
But we need to go up. Because we need to go to the tower. Emily is. Well, not Emily. Where Callisto is. Thankfully, she did not die.
Corvo, I can't believe you're alive. They killed everyone, Corvo. They killed everyone to cover it all up. Then they took Emily with them and they left. I couldn't do anything to protect her. Please find her. Make her safe. All his talk of being an honorable military man, but Havelock will use Emily like a puppet to his own advantage. Something changed in the Admiral as soon as the Lord Regent died. It had been building up. Martin was acting strange, going quiet if any of us were near, whispering late into the night with Havelock and Pendleton while you were out doing the real work. I think they realized they were one step away from holding the same position the Lord Regent had, and worried they'd be held accountable for what they did here, as the Loyalists. They would have killed me too, but Havelock spared me. Out of respect for my uncle, I believe. Please, talk to Samuel and the others. Someone must know where they're going. Find Emily. She's suffered through so much and she's got no one else on her side except you. Samuel set this here in case you returned. You can use it to call him. He said he'd come quickly. Hopefully there's a place he can dock where the watch won't see him.
Please to threaten not. I believe there's still hope for Emily and Dunwall. I don't believe Corvo is gone. I'll be searching the river for him. Okay, yeah. That's over because he already knows. So let's get to the workshop now.
It's refreshing to converse with someone on my own level.
I couldn't agree more. Your expulsion from the Academy was a crime against natural philosophy itself.
Which you might have pointed out at the time. But it's pointless to hold a grudge. I want to ask you.
About the elixir, yes. And I need to discuss your tonic. Why have you not tried the homeopathic solution?
And where am I to find the subjects? I can't recruit from prisons as you do. But it's forced me to work with another agent derived from...
The river crowds, yes.
I knew it was too good to be true.
But I think our approaches may reinforce
Seems
each other.
the conspiracy tried to use old
thus far.
Piero for their own gain and then discard him. But they have erred and delivered to me an ally almost as brilliant as myself. Old Sokolov and I will hold up here until we can blast the ruffians outside and make for the Academy.
Cool. I like how they, that sort of storyline, they become friends with each other.
Corvo,
And learn to appreciate each other's genius.
breathe. The city would not be the same if you were not with us. I've completed Piero's work on an arc pylon, but only just.
With this device, we can send a powerful electrical signal through the nervous system, merely rendering our enemies unconscious, or they can be reduced to ashes. I've attuned it so that we will be safe from the functions of the device. It will only trigger in the presence of our enemies. This arc pylon is more powerful than the older design. It will function at a greater range, striking down our foes while ignoring us. I need my final sequence, which is recorded in the blueprint for this device. Havelock was inspecting it before the killing started. Return the blueprint to me. It was in his bedroom before he left. Hopefully, it's still there. You
I've
may
just
navigate
been,
the fields of battle with ease, but Sokolov and I are not as gifted in the same way. Without the arc pylon, it is only a matter of time before
There's no one making rounds over here.
This better not be a joke.
What?
Excuse me, gentlemen.
Huh? What the? See something?
Good time. Whee! This is where you get snap, you just want to kill everyone.
Get out right now. There you are.
Damn it. Damn it. I should have just knocked him out. Should have used my last key to knock him out. Speed run time. Yeah. Don't know where the body went, but it disappeared, so I'll take that as an incapacitation.
Astonishing. The arc pylon is complete. Now to activate it.
With this device, we can send a powerful electrical signal through the nervous system, merely rendering our enemies unconscious. Or they can be reduced to ashes.
What is your opinion, Corvo?
Put them all to sleep.
As you wish, Corvo. We will be far away before any of them regain their senses. All is ready, Corvo. All that remains is plugging in a whale oil tank to power it. Will you do the honors?
Guess I got
This
no choice.
pylon is charged. No one will dare come near us.
Where do you want it plugged in?
greatest expectations. It defies description. A device like this will ensure Dunwall's security for a century. We once discussed a system of signals to be used in Emily's tower for communication across the river. I wonder if he remembers that. I'll make what you need as long as I have the necessary
I'm sort of in the way as well. Yeah, we're good.
Well, Corvo, I hope we can be considered colleagues again. You were condemned, I was kidnapped. Men like us rise above such things. As to the good Admiral, I believe men such as Havelock start with high-minded intentions. Same with Martin, and maybe even Pendleton, though I suspect he was just lazy. But no one is prepared for the sheer seductive influence of being so close to real power. Once you start ordering people killed to get your way, everything else is mere detail.
I believe you are correct. You should be unconscious, Mr. Havelock. Captain Manning, we've tracked conspiracy to Houndspit's pub, search premises for natural philosopher Piero Joplin and Anton Sokolov. Do what you must to secure all materials related to the enhanced arc pylon they have been constructing. Question them thoroughly, and once you're certain you have everything known of the pylon, execute them both. Bring the pylon to me, along with papers and recordings. They may be two of the greatest minds of your age, but they're also traitors who conspired with Corvo to bring down this empire. I'm keeping Empress Emily Colgan with me at the lighthouse on Kingsbarrow Island until we know that Corvo and his fellow conspirators have been dealt with. There we are. And this area is done.
I can't go.
Let's go.
Thought I'd find you here. Never pays to bet against you, does it? I saw the signal. I knew you'd be back, Corvo. I knew it. We'll need to get out of here soon. The Admiral controls the military now, Martin's High Overseer, and Pendleton's in favor with the aristocracy and Parliament. They need Emily, of course. But if Havelock senses that it's all about to fall down around him, who knows what he's liable to do? Good. There's one more trip across the river to where it meets the sea. That's where the Lord Regent was building his new lighthouse. Ought to be something to see.
In the final level. So depending on how you've played the game at this point, you'll find
This is it, sir.
the lighthouse in a
I suspect
certain,
Havelock
in a
Martin
different
wrote
sort of
Pendleton
environment.
there a while ago and went into the lighthouse. Knowing them, they're not giving up without a fight. I remember hearing the Admiral and Martin talking about this place as where they'd hold up if they had to. Anybody going in has to breach the fort, the gatehouse. Then there's only one way to the top. All I can say is that it's been a pleasure serving with you. Maybe after all this is settled, we'll see each other again. Good luck, Corvo. If anyone deserves it, you do.
So if you've been a mad killer at this stage,
Give my best to Emily. After she's on the throne, she won't have time for an old man like me. I knew you were sharp, Corvo. But somehow you managed to get through all this mess without losing sight of what really matters. For that, I respect you. The city's gonna pull itself up, I believe. Too many good people here to let it all turn to ashes. I'd best be going. Battlefield's no place for an old sailor like me. That time is long past. Good luck, my friend.
So, if you were a complete murdering scumbag, this place would be all thundery or overcast. Samuel, say, despises you and set off a flare to give away your position. And when you get inside, the conspirators are real nasty boys, and it's completely gone falling apart. Whereas if you get inside as the during the low chaos, of course, Samuel says he loves you, as you've heard. The weather's much better, and the conspirators are much more remorseful for what they've done, and will, I believe, well, spoilers. So what time is it? Have I got time to play it through to the end? Probably not. So I'm going to save the game and save this as my second video, and then we'll see the conclusion of the Dishonored playthrough after this. But yeah, I really enjoyed replaying it and actually being more immersed in the lore. Anyway, I will see you all later. Adieu.